out the elastic.
You're live, friends.
Yeah?
Welcome.
What?
We're back.
Hey, what's up? What's going on?
And she's
Sorry.
still awake.
Lucky her. She just booked the whole thing and just took off for a road trip.
She did?
Yeah, she did. I am hoping you're really enjoying yourself out there. All the love from British Columbia. Anyway, how you doing?
I'm doing well. It's Blueberry Day today.
Yeah, it
Blueberry
is.
Day.
It is. Is it a gooseberry? Are you sure it's blueberry? Can we check that? Can we fact
So
check that?
it's not national, is it? It's provincial.
Blueberry Day was the 11th, but BC Blueberry Day is today.
Okay.
People don't have anything else to do. Just like sit down and write
Every
all
day's
this.
a holiday.
We have too many holidays. Every what? Over the summer, every month
At least
has
every
a
month there's a long
has
weekend.
there's a long weekend. I don't know how people get stuff done. But anyway, welcome to Well Seasoned on Thursday live with Chef Deniz, and today we're with lovely Michele
And Mel's here.
and
She's
Mel
gonna
is
join us this
here.
evening, and we've got
Jenna
Jenna
is
filming.
behind the microphone, and I'm the guy behind the microphone. She's behind the cameras, and today is Provincial Blueberry Day.
Provincial.
I put my blueberry swag for you. I look like a trucker. I do understand that. Going back to I think the COVID look, out of laziness, not out of style or anything. But so yeah, I'm really excited. Love blueberries.
Everybody in my neighborhood's growing blueberries.
It's insane. I think the BC is the largest blueberry producer in the world.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a fascinating thing to have. My only issue with this is not blue; it's purple. There is no just naturally blue-colored food that I know of. That's why we
Flowers.
have blue. Huh?
Flowers.
They're not edible.
Okay.
I mean, like that goes in the restaurant kitchens. That's why we have blue Band-Aids, so if it gets in the food, you can identify. Well, it's gross, but at least you can identify where it is, and it doesn't show up in your chicken pot pie. So it can take about, I would say, 3 to 4 years for a bush to just produce
start
some
producing berries, yeah.
producing berries. It takes its time. I think after it's 6 years that it just reaches its full potential, and they can just pump out blueberries about 20 years, give or take, given the right
That's a good
conditions.
lifespan.
I think so. I don't know a whole lot about plants. Is that a good lifespan for 20 years for a plant?
For a fruit-bearing plant. Yeah.
Yeah. In Canada, there are 2 types of blueberry bushes. The east, middle, and the eastern Canada just has the low bushes. In BC, we have the high bushes. There is a slight taste difference in between, because I've been to East Coast many times. But it's mostly the same. It's mostly the same. It's
How do you say? What do you mean low bush and high bush?
no, but one of them is a small bush, the other one's a tall bush.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just like it sounds.
Yeah, and it loves sunshine, just like any other sweet fruit. The less water, the hotter it is, the riper the berry will be. Just like our wine tonight. I think people have been eating blueberries for 13,000 years now. It's been around for a while. Bears love it. Why is that funny?
The bears love it.
I'm kidding.
I
kidding.
wrote down that.
Bears have also corgi butts. That's a fact too. Or corgis have bear butts, or either or, whatever. Yeah, and then they're one of the things I love about blueberries is you can take them, lay them on a sheet pan, they freeze in 4 minutes. Or 5, it depends on your freezer, obviously. And you can just have them for the rest of the year. And honestly, one of my favorite snacks is eating frozen
I
blueberries.
give them to my dog all the time.
Yeah,
Little tribes.
Mine started well. No, he's not digging it. I did those yogurt and blueberry cups, ice cubes.
Okay.
Yeah, first 10 went well. Right now he's like, I'm over it. It's not working. But it's also very rich in antioxidants. A couple of blueberries would have about 25% of your daily vitamin C intake. I am naturally attracted to them. Do you have those foods? After I got old, my system started to attract itself to certain type of foods. I crave them, like avocados. I know they're not native, but I do crave.
Mickey says hello.
Hello.
Oh, hey, Nikki.
How are you, Nikki? Happy birthday. It's her birthday weekend, right?
Yes.
11th.
It was. 11th was
What's your
it.
birthday month?
Hi, Nikki. Nice to see you. They also have been very rich in antioxidants. I think they are the, how do you say that? Most antioxidant?
Most antioxidant rich.
Most
Oxidant.
let me try this again. Most antioxidant rich food in the world. That's probably why I'm attracted to it. But I have some certain things, and blueberries is on top of my list. It also soothes inflammation, prevents hair loss, as you can see. That didn't work out. And it's
For depression? For depression?
Yeah, it's a natural mood enhancer. It apparently reduces risk of cancer, but I'm not a doctor or anything. But it's one of those magical and strong fruits that it shows up everywhere in your smoothies and this and that. So we love blueberries. And what is some of your favorite applications for blueberries?
I go in smoothies every morning. I have a freezer full of them from last year. And
Thanks, Jenna.
I can't, every time I see a blueberry stand, I still want to stop and get more blueberries because, there might be a shortage.
No, there won't be any shortage. We're the biggest in the world. But yeah, they're delicious. They're everywhere. And it's just like Michele, it's a good time to stash. Tonight, and what else do you do with them?
I make blueberry syrup for the pancakes, blueberry muffins, mostly baking.
Mostly baking, yeah. I love them in scones.
Yeah, I'm not
You
a
gotta
scone
eat.
person. I like our
What?
double cream scones.
Those
Those are the
like
only
saying
scones
I don't
will
like French
eat.
fries. Our pastry chef is going to make scones for lunch in the probably next decade, and we're going to enjoy it. But no, I love them in scones. But the only thing is you can't use them fresh. When you use them fresh, they release a lot of moisture, and if you're not careful or experienced with your scone batter, it might go sideways, just like in some of my caterings did. Lesson learned. So just freeze them before you use them in baking. Tonight, what we're going to do is one of the other things that we are blessed with in British Columbia is venison. Unfortunately,
My backyard.
yeah. Unfortunately, you cannot commercially buy local venison. I think that's a bit twisted in my opinion. I don't know what's the big deal. So whatever you're having a venison at a restaurant, unless they shut it, it is usually from New Zealand or Australia. Which is, it's super, like you can go, obvious, you got to get your gun license, your hunting license, and a bunch of courses and go and shot a deer. But if you want to buy it commercially, it's usually from abroad. And tonight we are going to use a venison rack. It's one of the delicacies. It's the sought after part of the animal, the whole back strap. And this is like the ribeye of the venison. Now, when you look at your recipes, you will see a rub recipe. That's my go-to recipe that I use for red meat. In there is juniper berries, cloves, star anise, sweet spices with that juniper accent. And please keep that rub in your pantry. Just have like 250 mils of it. Whenever you're doing beef, mostly European style or venison or any game meat, really, it just sings very, very well. So we're just going to have a little bit of venison chops tonight and rubbed with that spice rub. And then we are going to make a sauce with blueberries. I call it the blueberry vincotto. You know what vincotto is?
I know.
Vincotto is, am I talking too much? I guess. No. Vincotto is after they squeeze the red grapes to extract to make wine. Okay. Red grapes. They take the leftovers and they just cook it in big vats until it's very, very soft, and then they just like puree the whole thing and pass it, and then they just put it in I think oak barrels. I might be wrong on the barrel type, and they store it over a few years. So eventually it breathes and it just lets out extra moisture and it becomes syrupy without the addition of extra. So this is a similar version, but this is a quick version. That's what vincotto is. This is with blueberries, and it goes really, really well with game. berries in game actually goes well. And I'm just going to take some radishes. I found some really nice radishes, and then we're just going to saute them in butter. And for the dessert part of it, we are going to have some crepes with some blueberry caramel. That is the plan. Let's see how it goes. And for tonight, for the venison course, I don't like young reds with game meat. I think you need something like really nice and deep. And we have Sandhill 2018 syrup, which should accentuate our venison very, very well. And we got to have it.
She's watching. She says she's missing all the deliciousness.
That she is.
It's okay. Hi, Angie.
How's the holiday in the camper?
Look at those floors. Beautiful.
Hope you're enjoying your time off. All right. We're just, I think, pass some wines to our friends. And should we start?
Let's
I
get
think we
started,
should start. I'll give you the bottle also. I'll follow you.
if you insist.
I mean, we just have a little cup left in there. Yeah. There's not a whole lot. But we can always drink Angie's stash. There's a case of wine back there, and she's not here, obviously. And we're having fried chicken lunch tomorrow. So, oh yeah, Popeyes.
Oh, down.
Angie's buying us fried chicken.
Again?
Again.
Yes.
Oh, this is not the first time.
Well, that's good.
I think that's delicious.
Well, that'll do.
That'll do, right?
That'll do.
All right, let's get to it.
I'll leave you to it.
All right.
Angie wants a glass poured for her.
Okay. I'm sure you have enough stash in your camper there, and you've been enjoying them. All right. So now what I've done before, so we're not losing any time on it. If you read your recipe.
Miss Boss Lady is saying that she's never coming back.
Please don't, like, really. Just take the money from the bank. We'll just transfer you the money and just keep on touring around states. Things are going well here, right?
We're rocking it.
I think so. I think
Getting
so.
done.
No complaints yet, and everybody's getting their orders. Anyway, so I just took my venison chops. These are like about 300 grams, about like 8 ounces, give or take. And I have sprinkled with salt. Then I just put my game mix, rub mix, right on top of it. And then this has been sitting around, I would say 2 hours now. You can do this overnight and grill it the next day. Venison is also wild meat, so it's just full of nutrients, which is nice for you. In this little sauce pot, I have red wine that I've reduced, and I have sage leaves and thyme sprigs. And then I'm just going to start reducing this further with the addition of blueberries, fresh blueberries, okay, and balsamic vinegar. So that is the Cotto part that is just going to come into play. So that is that. Let's just crank this up. Our pan is coming to heat. Now, sauteed radishes is a little bit a European thing to do. It's not very common in North America, but they become really, really, really delicious when they're sauteed in butter. I mean, I love them in their raw form with a little bit of sprinkle of salt and lemon juice. But it also is very, very delicious when it is sauteed lightly. If you overcook it, like a braised daikon, it is another thing, another way to go. I'm not a big fan of it, but when you just leave a little bit of texture to them, not soft, not raw, but your bites cut through it without a whole lot of resistance, and it's uniform in texture. Okay, my pan started to heat up. Now with the game meats, you do not require a whole lot of heat because this is a very lean meat. If you just try to overly caramelize it, it will seize up and it's going to turn into leather. And that's one of the reasons why people do not like. Are we on fire or what? do not like venison too much, because once the meat seizes up, all that gamey aroma really just becomes potent and releases itself, and then you're looking at a traumatic dinner. We don't want that. But this, I have a nice little heat here. This looks like it's hot, but it's not really. I'm gonna set the place on fire. Can somebody grab the fire extinguisher, please? That's too loud. Maybe we should just turn it down to this. And then it's salted, it's been marinated, and I'm literally gonna drop it in there. You can do this obviously on your grill, by all means necessary. That's okay. It's okay. The fire department is on our side too. I know a guy at the fire department there. Now my sauce is boiling. Let's take a sip of wine. Any questions, Jenna?
Not yet.
Okay.
Do you have any more blueberry facts, Steve?
Other than they not being blue? No, I do not actually. I've read all of your
All of the
cue
facts
card.
that
Yeah. Jenna was nice enough to
pulled some facts off the internet for y'all.
exactly. We're the Google generation, right?
Yep. Learned a lot in the process. It was lovely.
It's fascinating, actually. The way we access to information is actually pretty damn interesting. With your chops, these are 3/4 of an inch thick, maybe half an inch thick, I would say, anywhere in between. It'll take about 3 minutes or 2 minutes per side, I would say. You can go a little bit more well done if you want, but venison loin strap, backstrap, it's called in venison. You can eat actually mid-rare or rare, and also the rarer it is, the better it is, because it eats quite well, as you can see. Let's turn that up. How is the aroma? Aroma is nice.
Smells so good in here.
Right. Thank you. Now, let's take our little blender here. This is a French style sauce, so we have to pass it through the strainer. And let's grab some spoons and let's just taste the sauce. And let's see where it's going. It's reducing quite nicely. It's not thick yet. Beautiful.
We've got Doug in the house, Chef.
Doug, we're about 1 minute, I think, on this side that's left. You know what? This is not in the recipe. Pro tip. Just a tad of maple syrup to your sauce, just to sweeten it up a little bit. Okay. And always buy your maple syrup from Costco, right? Anyway. Now, this side is done. Let's go on this side. This side is a little bit dry, so I'm just going to take a little knob of butter. So I'm going to end that dehydration on this side. This was going to go into the sauce, but it will. And just when it's still hot, rub a little bit of butter. Doug, put on 2.5 minutes timer, please. If you can, and if you're still there. Oh, this turned itself off. All right, this quit, but that's fun. Let's just switch. It's got. That's fine. Check my sauce. Let's just keep it quiet over there.
Quiet in the peanut gallery, Michele.
Yes, chef. All right, so. Okay, not even close. Now to this pan, I'm gonna drop some butter. Okay. And I'm grabbing my thyme leaves in the foaming butter. So it activates the aroma, and my butter is flavored with thyme. I put my salt away. Then I'm going to take my breakfast radishes. I quartered them due to their size. You might do halves, you might do, I don't know. You just need to adjust your cooking time. And then take a pinch of salt and swirl them around and let them be. Okay. Let's take temperature on this venison. If you do not own one of these, I highly suggest invest in one. Please do. It's very useful. You can't beat science. We're around like at 97, 98. So we need about 10 more Fahrenheit, which at this rate, it's going to go way, way faster. Okay, now with my sauce, I'm almost there. Let's get our powerful blender, take a sip of wine. This looks beautiful. Okay. My sauce is almost there. Now I'm going to puree this. Empty the pot. Whenever you're pureeing hot things, please make sure it's not on high in the beginning. Otherwise, you are going to expand really, really strong, which is not ideal. It might burn your hand, your face, or whatever. And then really put it high. Maybe higher. Now, if you can't afford this fancy one, an Ostrizer from Value Village for $15 will do the same job. So,
Chef, we've got Doug saying we're at 2.5 minutes, and Sweet Nikki wants to know where you got the venison from.
I have I shot it. No, I didn't. I got the venison from a company, our meat hall suppliers called Legends Hall. And but you can go to your butcher, and if you're nice enough and if you know them well enough, they will bring it in the store for you. All right. Thanks, Doug. What would I do without you? Okay. So we are at 120 Fahrenheit, and that's where I'm going to stop. This is going to go on the rack. Okay. And then we are going to take out this delicious mixtures, get a sieve, and sieve it back into your, oh man, I wish you were able to see this color. It looks like $1,000,000. But we're going to make it look like $1,000,000,000. It's very important to rest your meat after it's done. To just to finish off, because that meat has been through a horrible experience now. It's a hot grill, and you know, the grill is very, very hot. The whole thing just got seized up. You know, it's the juices are flowing all through the muscle, because as the muscle heats up, it will start to push the juices out. Anyway, so that's out of the way. Quite smoky in here, eh?
Just a little bit.
Well, I like to smoke when I drink. So anyway, and then I'm just going to turn our sauce on, which did a little bit of mess here, on high. Let's check our radishes for doneness. Just touch them. You should be able to tell that they lost that cooked texture, but they're not squishy or anything, but they are nice and,
You say al dente?
yeah, that's what the recipe says actually, which refers mostly raw pasta by ambitious cooks. Okay, this is nice. Now let's just taste the sauce. As you can see, it coats the back of my spoon, so that's a nice sauce consistency. I don't think I'd like to add anything to that. The vinegar is there. Everything is there, actually. Now, you know what we're going to do? Before we finish our sauce, let's just take a little sauce and glaze our chops so they look like $1 million or so. Okay. And then, radishes are done. Their pink color actually really come out. Turn this off, take this in, turn your sauce on high. What do I need that for? I don't even know. Then, oh, for the caramel. Yeah, and then I'm going to take the amount of butter that's specified in the recipe, about 60 mils, I think. Then I'm going to turn the heat off and whisk it until it's nicely made until it's emulsified and nicely makes my sauce nice and sticky and shiny and all that jazz. All the qualities that you would like in food. I mean, if you could see this, I mean you can, but closely it's actually looks very, very beautiful. Are we ready to taste some venison or what?
Absolutely.
Right?
Will be my first experience, Dennis.
You never
First it
been,
was lamb, now it's venison.
You-
Expanding my horizons here.
you haven't
Fall season.
bitten a venison ever?
I've had, what have I had? I had moose tacos one time in the Yukon.
That's a good place to have a moose
When I
taco.
was 13. They weren't that bad.
All right. So first things first. Let's grab our racks. Right in the middle of the plate. We're confident cooks. We don't do a whole lot of garnish, right? So that's that. I'm going to take my sauce. There is this annoying thyme sprig that's just causing a mess in here. Okay. So that's my sauce. And with this one also. Down to this. Just a few roasted radishes right to the side of it. I'm really excited for this actually.
Are you?
Well, I'm not an excitable person, but for this I'm going to fake it and say it. But no, it is. It's actually one of my favorite things to eat. You can put some greens if you want on top, but again, we cooked everything beautifully. It just doesn't need it. Now,
Barb says
hello.
hello.
Where's Elvis tonight?
He has not said hello yet.
All right, Michelle, come on, give it a taste. Here's a little steaky knife. This one is for you, Michelle. I mean, overall, it looks nice,
Looks beautiful.
isn't it? I love monotone plating. I know people don't dig it too much, but
Nice and rare, just the way I like it.
well, you gotta eat venison rare. You just gotta heat it right through, and that's the Spinalis dorsi, I think. That's a ribeye cap. That is just like the best part of beef or venison.
That is so good.
Isn't it? I mean, I can't say that I didn't have any, but it is a good way of eating venison with, blueberries and not a whole lot of garnish. Here, let me treat myself to some venison. I mean, it's perfectly done. It's nice and rare. Ah,
That sauce is just amazing.
yeah, that's a good way of eating venison, I would say.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, that sauce.
Let's put a radish in the sauce now.
And oh, it's good. See how the juniper accents it? The spice rub, that whole thing. The char is there.
And cooking the radish takes the heat out.
Oh yeah, it will take that spicy part out.
Oh, very nice.
Amazing. Amazing. I'm really glad you enjoyed it.
Take another piece.
No, I can't continuously eat. I'm on screen. That's not how it goes.
I'll just save it for you over here.
No. Eat it all, please. Eat it all. Please eat it all.
That sauce is delicious.
Maybe a touch of more maple syrup, I would say. But they want to sweeten up the things too much. Now, this is another thing that I kind of like to eat. Not kind, I love to eat. Are crepes. I think they're very underrated. We don't do them too much. When you're a teenager, you used to go to Cafe Crepe for martini specials. It's cheap martini or whatever. Booze is cheap, so you just hang around in a bunch of crepes.
I just went for the crepes.
I went for the booze. Because crepes was good, but anyway. So for your batter, again, we have the recipe. So I just made this ahead of time because this batter needs to rest. It's a very easy batter. It's a cup of flour, half a cup of water, half a cup of milk, 30 ml of melted butter, 2 eggs, and the slightest pinch of salt for that amount, like 2 mils. So you literally just whisk your eggs, put it in your flour, whisk it, put everything together. You can use a high-powered blender. You just put everything in and just blitz it, which I kind of like. It whips a good amount of air into it. And our batter is done. And with any other batter, you have to let your batter rest at least half an hour. But you can make this ahead of time. And if you can do it overnight, because this is not a batter that has like a baking powder or baking soda, nor a leavening agent. So it can... the more it sits, actually, the better it will. The better in texture it would get. So because the whole thing hydrates and equalizes and whatnot, and that's a trick to making the best Yorkies too. Just so you know. Just make your batter a day and ahead, and leave it in the fridge overnight, because the whole thing sets and all the flour completely hydrates, so it becomes kind of a mousse-like. Not mousse-alike, and it has that structure. But anyway, that's a different time. Who likes caramel? We all do. It's one of the life's pleasures. There are many ways of making a caramel. My preferred method is using a dry pan. Now, if you're making 200 liters of caramel, or 50 liters of caramel, you cannot use this method. But if you're making, I would say, a liter of caramel, this is the best way to go. Normally, people would just put water, sugar, then they would boil the water and evaporate it. So that takes about 20 minutes, depending on the size of your caramel. So you're waiting hours and hours and hours. This was taught to me by the great Eleanor Chow. And it changed the way I make caramel when I make it in small batches. So, a dry pan, power on. We can still burn it, don't get me wrong. There's no foolproof to it, but... Okay, so our pan is heating up. For our caramel, we're going to need 100 mils of sugar, 100 mils of heavy cream, 30 mils, it's not a question, sorry, 30 mils of butter, and a handful of, I would say 100 mils of blueberries also. And then I would keep some for, what do you say, for the presentation, just to finish the plate at the end. And my pan is heating up. How is the chop?
It's amazing. Delicious.
Isn't it?
I quite.
I feel like I should be feeding it to you as your
For my
Just throw it
first
at me. No,
venison
just-
experience, I want to drink that sauce. That sauce is so good.
Thank you. It makes it easier on the palate. Like, game meat is actually quite delicious. It just needs to be handled properly. And, when you're kind of like a younger cook, it's not as consistent usually. And they would be ambitious and wanted to cook, moose and bear and a cougar or whatever. I don't know if it's illegal to eat them. Bear, I know.
Cougar's white meat.
Is it?
Yeah.
I've never had a cougar.
Have you had?
I mean, like the animal. I've never had it. How did you end up eating cougar?
Tell the story, please.
No, it's good.
You were on Roxy on Granville Street. That's a local joke, so let's not get into that. Okay, so
That was funny. I enjoyed that a lot.
see, she's been on the Granville Strip.
Yes, I have.
Didn't we all, at some point in our lives? Okay, so sugar, dry pan. Now I am going to add this sugar in increments, like in stages. So what I'm after is putting third in there, bring the temperature up to caramel stage, put more sugar in, cool it slightly and let it catch up. Now if you're doing it with regular boiling method, it takes a minute, like it takes 5 to 10 minutes for it to catch up and get rhythm. But this way, just because sugar can hold on to higher temperatures, as soon as you put more sugar in, they just go up instantly. All right, let's not burn this thing. That's my goal for today. Okay, my first line of defense. 1/3 of the sugar. Move it around. Don't worry about it for a second. And right now, as you can see, it just instantly turned into caramel color. Another third in. I mean, this is a fascinating way of making a caramel. It's already caramelized. Rest of it in. Ooh, also please be very, very careful. Hot sugar will melt through your skin. This is the time that you're not drunk or anything. And my caramel is ready. How do you like that?
That was good.
Yeah. Handful of blueberries. Now that hot temperature is going to break him down. Okay, and
Will
they
it seize up with the two blueberries?
blueberries? We're gonna break him down. Doesn't matter if they seize up. They're not protein muscle.
The caramel.
Oh, the caramel. Well, let's see if it seizes up. I think that's just fine. They're coming out of their skin, if you will, which is common. If you were to put your hand in there, it would happen. The same thing would happen to you too. We're just gonna add our cream, just to cool the whole thing off. Now we're at the desired temperature. Now this cream. Also, the steam that's coming out of here is quite hot, so please be very, very, very careful. Okay? It is so gorgeous. Look at this. It's still very, very hot. And I'm going to turn this off. And that's your blueberry caramel. How long did it take? About 5 minutes, I would say. So, that's the fastest way of making caramel.
Oh, really quick.
It's great for breakfast.
Yeah, well, absolutely. Now, as you can see, with my cream added, it looks gorgeous. And to this, I'm going to add about 50 ml of butter. And you have to whisk that butter in until it's nice, glossy, smooth, and beautiful. Let's put this in the oven. I have a little drip. It almost got me actually, which is not ideal. Again, just like I mentioned, it would go through your skin, but let's grab some spoon and let's taste our sauce. But I mean, just check this out, how nice that is. My butter is almost is amalgamated.
How good is it, Dave?
It never gets old is what it is. It needs a pinch of salt. The salted caramel, if you've never heard, you should get a life. And then, you know what? It needs a tad of citrus juice. I don't want to put an acidic note to this. I'm just going to use a very, very mild citrus that is more rich in sweetness. It's got a low acidity. Just a tad of orange juice. This is not in the recipe, but that's a pro move for you. Because every sauce needs to be seasoned. Well seasoned. Pam. Pam? Anyway.
I enjoyed that.
Thank
You're
you.
on a roll today, Dennis.
I know. I have nothing else to lose. I'm just like... Okay, so... So we're just going to put this to the side and keep it warm. You can keep this caramel in your fridge for about 250 years. It'll be just nice. So it's very rich in sugar and butter, so it's not going to go off anytime soon. Now for crepes. Let's turn this off. And also let's turn this lights off. I feel like I'm being interrogated. So, with your pan, medium heat. What am I looking at? Okay, medium heat. Let's grab a little paper towel. Now, if you're going to make the crepes for your guests, please practice a little bit because it goes away in time. But with the time, you will need that practice before you execute this. Because it's a task that you need to get used to it. And if the first 3 or 4 crepes are not the prettiest, please don't be harsh on yourself. What we're looking is a nice handkerchief consistency. And something nice and pliable and warm and soft and succulent. Nothing harsh, nothing overly colored. French cuisine doesn't allow that. Any questions, Jenna?
No, Barb's just commenting that caramel that you can eat with a spoon, that doesn't last long at my house. I hear you, Barb. That is the same for me.
Same for me too. I don't make a whole lot of caramel at home because sugar is dangerous late at night.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I mean, we all need snacks at some point.
You can also eat a cup of blueberries, and that will be delightful and healthy
Yeah, you
for
sound
you.
like my ex. And
I'm just kidding. I would rather eat the
Well,
caramel.
I'm hungry. Eat a piece of cheese. I'm like, that's not food. But you're right. Yeah, I mean, blueberries is exceptional for sure. But you know, after like a couple glasses of wine, I want some. I want cake.
Yeah.
I want cake, man. I'm sorry. I'm just like, or not. Yeah, you know, just something sweet or something salty, something strong.
It's me with a jar of peanut butter and a spoon at my house.
There you go. Everybody's got something. Clean paper towel. This is just a little bit of olive oil to get this pan going. Again, you don't need excessive temperatures. You just need a nice hot pan, medium hot pan. Now, this is a crepe pan. Any non-stick pan would do. Your recipe is for 6 inches. This is an 8. So 6 inches, I'd say a quarter of a cup of batter. This is with 8, you know, you're increasing it by 25%, so I would say 75 mil or like 90 mil, 100 mil, somewhere around there. Okay. But any non-stick pan or any pan would do unless you get too hot. So, get your batter. This is 118 milliliters, so I'm just around like at 80 mils. right in the middle. Put this away and tilt your pan until it is coated with batter. Ideally, you should be able to coat the bottom of your pan without manipulating it. See how easy that is. I'm telling you though, it takes practice. And what you do is this will cook instantly. Should we make another one? No, we're good. One is enough. And then you're just going to get a little spatula, ease up the edges, so nothing gets stuck. This is not nice little batter that's not going to get stuck. And grab something larger, fish spatula and whatnot. And also, if you're trying to flip this earlier before it's coagulated, it will break on you. If you're too late, then it will have a hard skin. It'll be tough. So you just got to find your perfect place. Just like Bob Ross, all happy thoughts. And then, I mean, it's not rocket science. It just takes practice. And find your happy place. Happy temperature, sorry. And anyway, so that is, doesn't take a whole lot to cook. I have another plate here. Obviously, I don't want you to watch me making like 8 crepes in front of cameras, you know. So I have some pre-made ones.
It's TV magic.
Right? And once this is done, how many of you have? 2, 4, 5. Oh man, one is going to get short. Well, you know what? We'll just do this. Everybody gets 1, 2, 3, and then we're just going to cut this in half. That gets half. That gets half. Let's get. That plate was in the oven. Oh man.
Ouch.
Yeah. Just a first degree burn, not a big deal. We all lost some fingertips at some point. So let's just, and what I like to do after I finish the crepe, I just would like to take it like this and then fold it into this nice little shape. Okay. The last half is mine. It's just the chef's cut. Now to this, what we're going to do is, let's just take our caramel. And let's get a big spoon because we like a lot of caramel. And then you just drizzle it around. You can go saucy on this, you can go minimalist on this. But you know, if you're just like doing this in the morning, you might as well go saucy. That's for the chef. To this, we are going to grab our little Chantilly cream. Now this Chantilly cream has, again, you have the recipe, icing sugar, vanilla beans, and then we're just going to add, it has a half a orange juice. It says one small orange juice. That depends on how juicy is your orange. Then I'm going to add the orange zest in here. You know, with your citrus, your zest comes free, so please do not waste it. Okay, that goes there. Plate goes there. Plate goes there. A spoon. Now you can canal it. You can canal bean and put it into barrel shape and this and that. But this is a soft peak. It's whipped cream with the soft peaks. So I like soft whipped cream. I think it's just it's a great way of eating cream. As soon as it touches your palate, it just melts on your tongue, which I love. So that's that. few more fresh blueberries. We got cooked blueberries, so we put some fresh blueberries on top. We could do a double texture, so it's a back and forth. Cross-tempo cooking, I call it, like Robert Johnson did.
Chef Gladys is saying you've made these crepes and sauce look so easy to make, and I have to agree.
Everything happened in front of your eyes. I don't have a... And then, I like a nice little orange wedge.
Fancy.
It's not. This is one of my favorite garnishes. It's perfect, like a mouthpiece. You just can just bite it. It gives you, after eating all this sugary... I mean, it's not very heavy. And then, as if you didn't have enough sugar in here, I'm just going to grab this and make it festive. Voila. Let's serve our friends. Which one do you want, Michele? You better pick a plate.
I'm gonna take the middle one.
Meet you in the middle.
See, I even brought out the fancy fork for the fancy dessert.
We have a fancy fork?
Fancy fork for you.
Oh my god. So what is it? It's got a little circle so you can put in your neck and just walk around with it? Alright, go for it. I think you might want to have, oh no, okay. It's fork tender.
Am I eating this wrong?
I'm not gonna, you've been eating for I don't know how many years, so I'm not gonna instruct you how to eat. Well, let me take my French taco here. That never gets old.
That's really nice. It's not too sweet. I thought it was gonna be really sweet. It's wonderful.
It's just nice and delicate.
It's very delicate. None of it's too sweet.
It is, yeah, it's like a little handkerchief. It's not very silky, which you don't want it too sensual, I guess, but it's got nice texture.
Very nice texture. It's gonna be my new favorite dessert.
I love this for breakfast. I wouldn't serve this at a dinner table.
No? In the summertime?
You know what? You're right, actually. Or if you want, you can just roll the blueberries in the crepe and make it a little surprise kind of thing. The varieties endless, but you got the recipe, you got the method. There's not a whole lot to it. Just like any other good cooking, it's simple things done right. We don't need aggressive garnishes. Please don't put that little, that mint tip. It's just awkward. Nobody knows what to do. Yeah, this is exactly how it looks. It's just like, if you're a minter, I don't know.
The mint garnish?
Yeah, the mint garnish. It's just like everything on it. I'm like, right, you need some mint. I'm like, it doesn't. It never gets eaten. It doesn't do anything.
It doesn't need mint. That would wreck it.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Where's your wine?
With the dinner. Well, that's awesome, Chef. Thank you so much
Excuse
for
me.
schooling us on blueberries today.
Oh, man, I wouldn't say that's schooling, but this is what I would do at home. Actually, you know what I'd like to do at home? I have this. I don't have a blueberry plant in my backyard, but I have a golden raspberry in my backyard, which I love. I take like 1 or 2 hardwoods a year. Whenever they're ready and they're ripe, and there's a point that they go rotten or ripe.
Overnight?
Not overnight, but it takes a day. Like you just gotta catch them. It depends on how hot it is and how it goes and this and that. I go and open up a bottle of champagne, not Prosecco, champagne, because it happens once or twice a year. And I literally just fill my glass and take a handful of them. Never refrigerated, never done. It's still warm on from the summer sun. Just take a big handful and just chug them in there, and wait about like 10 minutes. Put your glass into the refrigerator, and it is one of the best treats you'll ever have. It's a great experience without an addition of great things. You know what I mean? Just a couple of simple things, just put together really nice.
Have you ever carbonated them?
A champagne
The blueberries?
by fermentation.
No.
What's
You
carbonated?
know your whipped cream siphon? I put the blueberries in there, and then you put the CO2 cartridge in it, and you shake it up, and you have carbonated blueberries.
How do they come out? Pureed?
Yeah, it's like when you bite into them, they come bubbly.
That's twisted. I'm going to try that. I should buy one of those siphon. What do you call them? Siphons.
The whipped cream siphon.
Whipped cream siphon. Okay. I think Angie gave me one. I just need some CO2 cartridges. Okay, I'll try that.
Yeah, we've got them here.
I'm paying for that. I'll bring the blueberries at work and do the experiment here, so it costs less. So, thanks for joining us. It's always a pleasure. Thanks for your support. That's why we keep on doing this. If you have any suggestions for next week, we would love to hear from you. If you would like us to see a particular thing, we got tomatoes coming out right now, which I'd love to do a tomato episode. We got halibut episode that's been booked off that we are going to do.
I thought we were going to do eggplant.
We were discussing. We're discussing. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, please let us know. Thanks for joining us. We will be right back here on next Thursday live at Well Seasoned
And
Gourmet.
Angela will be back next week, we think.
Hopefully not. We're having too much fun. I'm kidding.
Thanks,
We
Angie.
missed you, Angie.
We do.
She does.
You got 2 minutes left. Support your local blueberries.
We don't have to fill it in. It's
His blueberry bushes right now.
amazing, Doc. Just make sure you bring a bottle of wine. We will see you next week. Please send us your suggestions. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for your support. We wouldn't be able to survive this year without any of you. And then thanks for being there. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you, Chef.
Yeah, I'll